Here we are, guys. I'm here. I actually have a giggling Rafi here next to me.
Hi.
Do you want to come and say hi? He's shaking his head. He's going to help me because of this. Let me show you. This is my dining room table full of treats and amazing ideas for school lunches. I have given it a lot of thought, guys, because it's hot. Hello, my husband. Hi, my lovely wife. It's hot right now. We live in Austin. It's 104 degrees every single day. And hey, everyone joining, good morning. I need to think of ways to nourish my children at school with food that is healthy, and not only that, yummy, Raf is saying, healthy, yummy. Not only that, it has to be nut-free for most of you. As it happens, my kids can take nuts to this school. At our last school, they couldn't. And it has to be able to sustain not being in a fridge. So let's get to it, guys. I am giving a really broad view on kids' packed lunches. This does translate to us grown-ups taking a lunch to work. Please remember, hi everyone joining. Please remember that everybody does keto different. I do keto differently. Oh, sorry, I'm just reading this. My family in England, my father-in-law's put your grandma is watching as well. That's adorable. Hi, Joni Pony. She should tell us how she eats because she's in her 90s and more intelligent and active and alert than all of us. That would be a fun live. Could do it with her. Just circling back. Focus. I just want to explain that everybody does keto differently. Everybody has their own version of their low carb eating plan. What I am including here and what I'm going to show you is a bit of a spectrum. There are things on this table that I would eat. There are a few things that I personally wouldn't eat because I don't eat grains, but my kids do. They are low carb, not necessarily full on keto. Rafi just went like this, like he was insulted. He actually is as keto as I am, although you'll have the wraps, Rafi.
I know,
So
but
there you
only
go.
because it's the weekend.
Okay, are we ready? And one more point that I will just say is I know these lives save for 24 hours, but then I don't really know how you can archive them. I don't think you can in the same way that stories do. So I will make a chapter in my highlights to recap on all of this basically. First things first, guys, let's talk about what we put the lunches in. So winter is easy, whether you're using one of those brown paper bags or lunch boxes, which by the way, Rafi, I've ordered you on, with the thermal stuff on the inside where it keeps things cooler, keeps things warmer, whichever your preference is. Whatever you are using right now, for us guys living in a hot climate, the most important thing that we have to think about for our kids' lunches is how to pack a lunch so that our kids don't have to put things in the fridge because they don't have that available to them. I've really thought this through. So let me show you a couple of things. I don't actually have the kids' packed lunches here with me, as in the lunch box, because I can't find them. After 12 weeks, I have no clue where they are, so I've ordered more off Amazon. I tend to use the paper bags, but I can't right now because it's too hot. The kids' lunches will literally just melt whatever I put in. So, Raf, can you please pass me the ice pack that's in front of you? Yeah, I can have that and that. So the first thing I want to show you, and it's actually dripping wet here because I've had it sat on the table for ages. these ice packs. Now, I don't know how good your kids are at bringing things home. If, like my kids, they throw everything in the bin, including my flatware, I need to start giving them plastic stuff, then you're going to have to find budget ones of these, because some can be expensive, some can be super cheap. It's an ice pack, guys. Obviously, it stays in the freezer permanently, and then in the morning, depends when you pack your kids' lunches. If you do them the night before, the lunchbox is going to be quite cold throughout the night, so that's actually a good thing to do. And then, as late as possible, when your kids go to school, pop in the ice pack, and at least it gives the food its best chance of not melting. So definitely invest in these. You can actually buy little ones, little, you know, the cool pads that when kids fall, you can put them on their knee, keep them in the freezer. Those are phenomenal. Go on Amazon, have a look for them, and just keep some in the freezer for the months ahead, because these are fantastic. And what you can actually do, this is melting and it's wet all over me. This is a big one. If you don't want to use these big ones, use smaller ones and use these Ziploc bags to put them in, and then the condensation, which is going all over me, doesn't go all over the kids' food. And on that note, these Ziploc bags are everyone's best friend when it comes to packing kids' lunches. Okay, let's get to it. I am going to show you a few things that I have put together, and I will go over some recipes as well as I'm doing them. First things first, I found an exciting product at my supermarket. I'm going to hold this up so that you can actually see it. Screenshot it if you want to. It's called Cheddar Folios Cheese Wraps. It's pure cheese, guys, and I'm going to hold it up one more time. There is nothing in this but cheese. Ooh, sorry, I'm knocking the stand over. These are an amazing alternative for a carby wrap. Basically, if your kids like them, if you like them, buy these, and I'm going to show you what to do with them. Yeah, April bakes them and makes chips. There are so many different ways of using these, but here's how I did it. So, I'm going to hold these up properly so that you can actually see them. Each one I've cut in half so it can be bigger, and I've actually done an experiment with them. So you can actually see what these look like. It's holding its own. Now, I made these yesterday, and I did that on purpose to see if I could make them the day before. I hate making kids' lunches in the morning. I mean, I can't function at 6 o'clock in the morning to make 4 packed lunches. I have to make them the night before. So I made these yesterday. They've been in the fridge overnight, and then I took them out of the fridge at 7 o'clock this morning. It's now 11, and they're fine. They've stayed together, they're holding their own. I made 1, 2, 3 different types. So basically I did roast beef and mustard. On a different one I did boursin. You can use any cream cheese you like, and cucumber. And on a third one I did ham, hummus and red pepper. So those are some nice ideas for roll-up selections for you. They are amazing, and like I say, I made them yesterday, they're still good today, and they've been out of the fridge, as they would be for my kids' lunches, so that's great. On this plate also, just another little simple idea. Here we have sticks of celery, and I've basically put cream cheese in the middle. This again is boursin, because that's what my kids like, the garlic cheese spread. Another great little snacky idea. So that's the first one. Okay, so let's go to actual wraps. A lot of the low-carb breads that you can buy or make, I feel are great in the moment you make them, and then after that they need toasting, which is not ideal for kids' lunches. So wraps actually travel better and my kids prefer them. We like these La Tortilla factory wraps. These fall to me in the category of something I don't eat, but the kids do. I'm trying my hardest to use ingredients that do not have seed oils in. It's really difficult to do that when you are making healthy switches for kids from chips to low carb chips, from wraps to low carb wraps. You have to pick your evil sometimes, and for me, this wrap is better than a full wheat, full flour, full carb wrap, even though it has a few ingredients in that to me aren't the best, let's say. It's better, okay? There are lots of low carb wraps out there. Choose the one that you like. A couple of nice wrap ideas.
I'm gonna eat for lunch.
Rafi just said, I'm gonna eat those for lunch. Again, I made these last night. They've been in the fridge. They're not soggy this morning. It was something I actually wanted to try out and see how it lasted the night. So, one wrap is actually 15 grams. Would you check that for me? One wrap, I think it's 15 because these are the bigger ones. 15 total, that is, guys. 15 total. There's actually 9 grams of fibre in it, so the net carb on these are low. But they're big. So, I'm just showing you what I'm putting in these wraps. This one, again, it's cut in half, so you could just give one. It depends how hungry your kids are. Has roast beef, turkey cheese, and mayonnaise and mustard. Delicious. And you can pack them out, guys. I mean, look at this. This is tuna salad. Simple, delicious, extremely filling, full of protein, and very low carb. These travel well. You know, you can make them the night before, they can go in your kids' packed lunches, they can go in your lunch for work the next day. And you know you're making a good, healthy choice. I'm down for this. And obviously I've just done a tuna salad one and a protein cheese option. You can put whatever you want in, egg salad, anything. But just know you can make them the night before and they're not going soggy. Okay, sorry if I'm rumbling through. I do have a lot to get through. Okay, next. I love Rafi's noises. Goujons, or chicken tenders, as you call them. I'm gonna hold one up. So, I actually posted this recipe a few days ago, and the breadcrumb that I used for that recipe, Raf, would you mind getting me a tissue?
Yeah.
Careful on the wire, is almond flour and parmesan. I made these yesterday without almond flour because if you can't take nuts into school, you can't take something with almond flour into school either. Remember that, even though it's not a nut, if it's almond flour, it's almonds. So, Rafi, please could you pass me the bag that says tiger nut flour? I found a flour that I did not know about. It's called tiger nut flour. It is not made of tigers, it is not made of tiger's nuts, and it has no nuts in. It's a great substitute for almond flour if you need to. You use it in the same ratio and it behaves pretty much in the same way as almond flour. Whereas coconut flour can be drying and tastes of coconuts, this doesn't really taste of anything, to be perfectly honest. So I used this in the replacement of the almond flour for the goujons. Hey guys joining.
They tasted better.
Rafi said they tasted better. He didn't even know I made the switch. So I'm going to hold that up again to show you. Tiger nut flour. It's not that low carb, but it's low enough. Yes, Rafi?
Can I have one?
You're not... He's asking to eat everything off the table. So this is a great switch when you're making things like this. So these goujons, these can obviously be made over the weekend and your kids can take them in their packed lunches, school lunches, whatever you call it, for a couple of days. They are so nice just eaten at room temperature and they travel well that this is an ideal thing high protein, very low carb, very healthy to put in your kids' lunches. The recipe is on my main feed. Remember to switch out the almond flour for the tiger nut flour. A lot of people like to use the pork rinds, like Porking Good, on their tenders too. This is just the way I do it. Thank you, Rafi. Next. Okay. Here's something I made yesterday. Again, oh, it smells gorgeous. These are, I think here in America you'd call them fish cakes, tuna fish cakes. I call them, it's tuna, Raf said they're crab cakes. They're not. I made them with tuna. This is a great recipe. You could switch the tuna for salmon too. Actually, Rafi, I have printed out on the table the recipe for this. I'm going to read it out for you. If you would like to write it down, because I might not post it immediately, I'm going to give it to you now. These were fried. I kept them in the fridge last night. They will travel well. They're quite firm to touch. They've stayed crispy overnight. I actually prefer these at room temperature. Obviously, if you have a microwave at work, you could heat them up, but these are going to travel really well in your kids' lunches. I'm going to read out the recipe for these now because they are so delicious and I may not remember to post it immediately. Are you ready? Tuna cutlets or tuna fish cakes, whatever you want to call them. 2 cans or tins for my British counterparts of tuna fish in olive oil. Try not to buy tuna in sunflower oil, buy it in olive oil. 1 egg, 6 tablespoons of mayonnaise, 1 teaspoon of onion salt, 1 teaspoon of garlic salt, 1/4 teaspoon of chili powder, 1 teaspoon of lime, fresh lime, 1/3 cup of coconut flour, and 1/2 cup of butter. The butter is to fry the fish cakes in. You are basically mixing all the ingredients, minus the butter, in a bowl with wet hands. Make your cutlets or fish cakes to whatever shape you like. Heat the butter on the lowest heat you can possibly do because butter burns. You're going to put the fish cakes in the pan with the melted butter, make them whatever shape you want, use a spatula to flatten them down, and then leave them for 12 minutes. After 12 minutes, very carefully turn them over. They're not going to be cooked yet, and cook them for another 12 minutes. Perfect, and they're done. Okay, Rafi, you can take that. What else do we have in terms of cooking? That's dessert, Raf. We're not going to do that yet. I know. So, not easy to actually show you. I decided to make a rice-based dish that I could then add any kind of protein into. Because sometimes the kids get bored of sandwiches, they get bored of wraps, they get bored of whatever it is you're giving them. It's nice to have options for us too. So, okay, this is how you're going to be very useful for me. Please, can you pass me the packet of Better Than Rice? It's a good job I've got Rafi here, otherwise I'd be running around the table, which would make you dizzy. Okay, I talk about this a lot. This is made of the shirataki, the cognac flour, and I can't even say it. Please hold. It's a vegetable. It's.
And it tastes of nothing.
It doesn't really taste of anything. I'm just going to the ingredients. Organic cognac flour. It's like the shirataki noodles. This is shirataki rice. Basically, it's the same thing. It's got very few carbs in the whole packet. This one's the rice one. The texture of it is like rice, although it doesn't necessarily absorb flavour. So when you are flavouring the dish, it's going on the rice. It doesn't draw in the water like normal rice. So imagine this sticking it in your face. In a lunchbox. It's going to be at room temperature if you didn't have a chance to put it in the fridge, and you can make a really lovely rice salad. This one's like a Mediterranean salad. I added I added black olives, red onions, red peppers, all that got cooked with the rice, butter, salt, pepper, paprika, and the yellow is actually some Ketology bone broth powder. And that's it. It smells really delicious. Imagine adding chopped up turkey, chicken, beef to this, and you've got yourself a really nice dish. The rice is the base, so you could do anything with it. Literally, you could add whatever vegetables you wanted, whatever protein you wanted to make this a really interesting dish, and the flavours you could change up every time you made it. This travels really well. You would just have to put it in a Tupperware and you're good to go. Another great idea for a lunch on the go. Good morning, I watch you all the way from home in California. I'm going to love your progress and your recipes. Well, thank you so much, and you made me say the F word.
What is what word? Food?
Yeah, food. You made me say food. Just to show you, this is the rice I'm talking about. I buy it on Amazon. The land of Amazonia, where all good things happen. So that's that. Did you just say you could smell fish? Oh, it's the cutlets, but that reminds me. Rafi saying I can smell fish. Warning.
They smell so bad until you wash them.
He's so right. When you open this, in fact, I'm going to open it and actually just show you how it comes.
No.
No, I'm not opening the second packet. Not even opening this packet. I think that's open. When you open this, it comes in a packet like this. You can see it really is like Uncle Ben's rice.
Can I touch it?
This is in a liquid that stinks so bad. It
Dead
literally
fish.
smells of, I was going to say fish. Rafi said dead fish. Not to put you off buying it and using it. You just have to rinse the smell off. I don't really understand what the smell is for, what it is,
Maybe it keeps it fresh.
why it's there. Rafi thinks it's because it keeps it fresh. You just have to rinse it under cold water in a sieve for a couple of minutes and that goes away. But I just want to warn you so that if you bought it and you opened it and you were like, oh my God, what is Keto Queen LA doing to me? Promise you it goes. All right. What should we move on to next? Protein, I think. Let's talk protein. There are so many protein options for packed lunches and they can be super simple. This is one that actually Rafi himself really likes.
I have that every morning for breakfast.
He has this every morning for breakfast, he just told me. These pouches of tuna, this one is a really nice one, yellowfin tuna and extra virgin olive oil. Really handy for eating on the go. You can literally get a fork and get stuck in there and just eat it as is. If you wanted to travel with sauces, here is a good little pot. Can I have the other one as well? Yeah, and the other one. Got lots of little exciting pots here to show you. I'll just take one. Okay, again, I bought all these on Amazon. Truthfully, I've had them quite a while. I'm hoping they're still in stock. How adorable is this? This is a disposable or reusable little bottle. It comes in a pack of 3 and you can put all sauces in there, whatever you wanted to do to add to your salad. Because if you do a salad, do not dress it before you go to work or school. It's going to go soggy. These are fantastic for that. Also, these tiny little pots, also from Amazon. Also, pardon me, get them in packs of 3. Great for sauces. And then, yes, I'll do that next, Rafi. To be fully disposable, you can buy really cheaply. I think you buy them in packs of 100. These little, literally, throwaway things. These are actually great. I actually sometimes put olives in here or seeds for the kids. Just a handy little lunchbox idea. So that's great. But what was I talking about, Raf? You're handing me the cheese, but I was talking about protein. Not cheese, Rafi, protein. Okay. I've made up a plate here of proteinous, that's a word, proteinous items that travel well, that you can make in advance, pop in lunch boxes or pop in your own lunch and know that they're going to be absolutely fine. And that's the key. I'm sorry I'm talking fast and I'm sorry I'm rambling. I'm just excited to get through it all. I don't want to be here too long. Okay, if you eat bacon, bacon is a great one to put in the oven, have it nice and crispy. This is 2 days old, guys. 2 days old. This is so great for packed lunches and lunch boxes. Student Finder has them too. Well, that's great because they're ideal. Bacon travels well, really well. It can be eaten hot or cold, and you can make it in advance.
You can put it in sandwiches.
And you can put it in sandwiches, yes. Sausages. We made these again 2 days ago. The kids had them for breakfast with eggs, eaten cold, in lunch, chopped up or whole. Perfect. Hard-boiled eggs. I mean, we love eggs in this house. We love, I'm just going to balance this on my knee. We love them in every which way. But hard-boiled eggs, you can actually buy, if you're super lazy like me, in packs like this. But they're great for kids' lunches. You can literally just pop them in. So that's fantastic. Or make your own eggs, boil them, and then pop them in the kids' lunches. Hard-boiled eggs travel well, can be kept out of the fridge for a few hours at least. Fantastic source of protein. Okay, now I don't know if you can actually see on the plate here, we have the mini. I don't know what it is about eating a food group in its miniature form that's fun for kids, but it just is. Pepperoni. Raph is laughing. Great snack, great source of protein.
Also on a stick.
Anything on a stick my kids like, but I'm not sending sticks to school. Do not trust my children. Shrimp, or prawns, as we call them in England. Cooked, ready to eat, ready to dip. Another fantastic source of protein. They travel well. You could put your sauce in here. Kids love dipping things. Imagine opening your lunchbox and you can dip everything. It's so exciting. So here is a nice plate of protein for you to choose from. And with protein, we could put cheese. Do I have your full attention? Cheese grommet. We love cheese in this house. I've picked up a selection of my... Okay, Rafi's literally eating everything off the table.
I have one thing.
He's supposed to be helping me, not eating everything. I'm going to show you some of our favourite little to-go cheeses. Raf, please you pass me the... Yes. No. Oh, yes, there is actually. That. Please hold. Okay, I didn't mean to buy this. I did an online shop the other day and I wanted to order a block of cheddar cheese and this came. But how fun. I mean, again, miniature sizes of anything just works for me. Blocks of cheese, cubes of cheese. The kids will love these in their lunches. Okay. Be still, my beating heart. A little bit of brie.
Who said that?
I mean, I said that just now. Brie, guys. Brie. I mean, I'm just have no words to how fabulous that is. This will be going in my kids' lunches and they will enjoy it, whether they want to or not. Another favourite is Baby Bell. This is the mozzarella one. They do it in cheddar. What's the red one?
Cheddar, mozzarella.
Gouda. Forget which the red one is. Edam, I don't know. They do them in all flavoured cheeses, but again, having a fun piece of cheese to unwrap, it's just exciting. And then this is a great one. You can buy these. All of this is just from my standard supermarket. This little thing here, it's, I'm going to turn it around so you can see. It's a pack of 3 little mozzarella balls, fresh mozzarella. Another really nice lunchbox idea for the kids, for you, for all of us. Cheese, a great one to add sources of fat and protein to your lunch. That segues nicely into these. Okay. Love those. Wisps. It's not just Wisps, this is just a particular brand. You can get these cheese crisps. You can make them, but I'm going to have 4-pack lunches to make every single day. So I want to limit what I'm making. These are amazing. I need to think about how I used to make my kids' lunches before we were low carb. And here's what I used to put in my kids' lunches. A sandwich an apple, a packet of crisps or chips, and some fruits, other fruits maybe. I thought that I was like Mother Earth. Now I need to think about what replaces each of those things. And to replace chips, I have some really good options for you. Yes, Rafi?
At Sprouts, they have
Come here. Do you want to come here?
At Sprouts, they have pizza cheese.
At Sprouts, yes, they do. They have these in pizza. Just came to say Keto Queen is the best. Everyone should be grateful for her caring about us so much and her family's wicked. Bye for now.
Who said that?
Much love. I appreciate that. Okay, to replace chips. You coming to say hi?
No.
We need crunch. We need something tasty. We need something crunchy. These cheese wisps, and you can get them different brands, different flavours, are great. You can put them in, Ralph, where's that little Ziploc right here? You can just pop them in here for the kids, as long as they're not throwing their school bags all over the place, which thinking about it, my boys probably will. Tomato basil flavour, Parmesan cheese flavour, you can get pizza flavour, all different flavours. Delicious. Let's stay on the topic of replacing chips. Okay, Raf, please could you pass me, oh no, right there. Okay, Quest. Quest chips look like a bag of chips, they behave like a bag of chips, and they're super low carb. Are the ingredients holier than thou? No. Are they a good swap from a packet of crisps, chips, that are carby for your kids eating these? Yes. So you have to balance out, what's worse. These are a great on-the-go option for you and for the kids. There are some great new flavours. In particular, I like this chili lime. They're kind of spicy, and their latest flavour is the tortilla style.
They have nacho cheese.
They do nacho cheese.
Sour cream and onion.
You have tomato literally dripping down your chin. They do sour cream and onion. Go onto their website, order them directly. You're not missing out on chips, guys, when you can have these. Do you want to see what they look like? For those of you who have been living under a rock and do not know what Quest chips look like, I'll show you. Hi, Ben. All the kids, one by one, are emerging from their bedrooms. I'll show you what they look like. Ooh, it's falling apart. Like that. Okay, moving on. Shrewd Food, another favourite company of mine. These are really low carb. These cookies and cream, I'm going to show you what these look like as well. These have 3 total carbs in a full pack, okay? These are sweet. They kind of taste like Cocoa Pops cereal. And they look like them too. They look like the Cocoa Rocks. These, my kids put in a bowl with milk and eat as cereal. But they're also really nice to scratch an itch that's sweet, It's not necessarily like a packet of crisps, but they're sweet and they're fantastic and they're low carb. Again, are they the cleanest ingredients in the world? No. But are they better than eating a normal packet of chips or normal cereal? Hells yes. Another flavour my kids like is this one. This is the strawberries and cream flavour. And saying I love that one. This one's 4 grams of carb for the full bag, but these are proper sized bags, they're not miniature. These are also done in cheesy flavours. These are the sweet ones. They're done in sriracha, cheese, pizza flavour. Yeah, brick oven pizza flavour. Go straight onto Shrewd Foods, guys, and buy those. Would highly recommend them. The kids love them. Snacks. Okay, Rafi, please could you pass me those 2 little, the olives and I'm just trying to show you little ideas for snacky things on the go. So olives. These are black olives, you can get green ones too. Olives on the go. If you buy those on Amazon too. Yes, you can do. Black olives and little dill pickles, guys. Who doesn't love dill pickles?
They're so cute.
How? See, the kids are excited by them just because they're little and in a pot. Fantastic to put in lunch boxes. Another favourite in my house. I do not like these, which is odd because I love sushi. I just don't love these. You can buy them in individual packets. It's not that they don't travel well, but they're delicate. But I guess if they're in a lunchbox or if you're taking them to work, these are sea salt roasted seaweed. 0 carb, I would imagine. One carb for the whole packet. And if you like these are a great addition to a lunch on the go. All right. Popcorn. Please pass me the popcorn.
Which one?
My dog.
Both. So, I don't eat popcorn, but my kids do.
I don't.
Skinny Pop does an individual bag of popcorn that's really handy to put in your kids' lunches. Total carb is 9, fibre in there is 2. Again, it's better than eating chips or something that's very high carb. This is actually cooked in sunflower oil, so I have a preference to this, which is the Trader Joe popcorn. So
That's my favourite one.
this is literally cooked in olive oil, so it's a lot cleaner for your kids. You could put a cup of it in a Ziploc bag and it would be maybe 5 total carbs. So again, a great option for the kids, or you if you eat popcorn. Okay, let's talk crackers, because I'm crackers. Parmesan crisps. These are really yummy. I bought these, I think I saw these in a shop and ended up buying more on Amazon. I'm sure I did. Holding them up. What's the name of the flatbread you showed at the beginning? I shall show you. The cheese one or the bread one? I think you mean the bread one. That is this. There you go. That's that one.
Cheese one.
This is the cheese one for those that missed it. 0 carb, this, guys. Cheese crisps. Not cheese crisps. Well, they are called Parmesan crisps. But these are amazing. Crunchy options, I know. This is what I'm trying to do. Give you things that are crunchy, basically. These are fantastic. They are 1 gram.
I'm gonna show myself.
2 servings per container. 1 gram of carb.
Ben.
Oh, come say hi, Raffle. 1 gram of carb.
Ew.
1 gram of carb for 1, 2, 3, for about 4 or 5 crackers. You could. Hi, Ben. You could mix up some tuna salad, egg salad, whatever the hell you wanted, and put them on these crackers. Another great crunchy option for a meal on the go. These are delicious. I'm quite sure Amazon sells them because what doesn't Amazon sell? And of course you can make crackers at home. I have various cracker recipes on my Instagram feed where I put all my recipes. If you can be bothered and have the time, scroll through and make your own crackers. All right, Ben, just pass me the salad, which Rafi has almost eaten.
No,
Okay, 1 sec. Okay, this was fuller a minute ago, but Rafi's eaten it.
I ate all the tomatoes.
Yeah, no more Raf. So, salad that travels well. Red pepper. I actually don't like red pepper. It's funny, but the kids, Ben loves red pepper. Red pepper travels really well. You could cut a big wedge like this, fill it with peanut butter if you can take peanut butter to work or school, or cream cheese, top it with paprika, everything but the bagel seasoning, and make a really delicious snack there. Little Persian cucumbers. These are great for travelling, for the kids as well. You don't have to chop anything up. I don't like either. I really don't like them. Again, it's a fun-sized cucumber. Who doesn't like fun-sized things? You want the pepper? Yes, take it. And then little teeny tiny tomatoes. I'm going to say that again. Teeny tiny tomatoes. That was so fun for my mouth to say. These are obviously orange ones. The kids love them. Tomatoes can be carby, so limit them. Raf is probably eating about 40 just now. Great. All right, Ben, let me pass you that. Oh, and one last note on salad is, and I know it's a silly thing, but it does make a difference. Salad can be... They don't allow peanut butter here at school for allergy reasons, I know. So when we lived in California, it was the same. We weren't allowed any peanut butter options, which is why most of this is peanut free. And I'm going to show you a dessert here without any nuts in. The school my kids go to right now actually does allow nuts, which opens up a few extra snack options for me, which is good. Just going back to salad, shredded lettuce. I know it sounds silly, but it's difficult for kids and for adults to eat on the run when you have giant pieces of lettuce to deal with. Also, a chopped salad is way funner, let's face it. So shredded lettuce is a really good way to make a salad for the kids without having to offer them a knife, basically, to have to cut things up. Getting through this really fast. Okay, dessert time.
Let's start with these.
Let's start with these.
Wait, didn't show.
What didn't we show? Oh, before we get to these. Yeah, so beef jerky, sausage sticks, all stuff like this. Again, I don't like products like this. Not that I don't believe that they're good products, I just don't like the taste of them. But the kids do. So sending products like this, check the ingredients, check there is no maltodextrin in them. These might even have, I picked them up from the supermarket yesterday. Haven't actually checked. No, but there is cane sugar in here, but out of 8 ingredients, it's the last one, so not so bad. Snacky things like this are great. My daughter loves salad. How do you pack it without it going mushy? So you pack a salad without the dressing. Use these little things to put the dressing in separately. You put it in a little Tupperware on an ice pack in the lunchbox, and it stays remarkably nice. I do that for my kids. Okay, a nut-free dessert, guys. I trialed these yesterday. I've done teeny tiny bite-sized ones. That's a little bit of chocolate there. These are chocolate muffins.
You forgot to do something.
What did I forget to do? The pork rinds, yes, we'll come back to the pork rinds. I also made some bigger ones. So the recipe for this, I'm going to tell you now because it's a great recipe. And for those with kids going back to school imminently, I'm going to tell you the recipe.
Dark chocolate.
Ben, the recipe is there somewhere on a piece of paper. There's another piece of, yes. Okay, I'm going to read the recipe for this. This is nut-free chocolate cupcake, guys. Do you have a pencil ready?
I do.
Here we go. Oven on 350 Fahrenheit. 1/4 cup of coconut oil, unflavoured. 3 eggs room temperature, mine was small. 1/3 cup of milk. If you have a problem with milk, you obviously can't sub it for Rafi. You obviously can't sub it for almond milk if you can't send nuts to school, but you could sub it for cream. I use Fairlife milk. It's very low carb, high protein, low sugar. Teaspoon of vanilla extract, teaspoon of baking powder, just less than 3/4 cups of coconut flour. I was going to say 2/3, but it's just more than that. Somewhere in between. Don't worry too much. 1/4 cup of unsweetened cocoa and 1/3 cup of granular erythritol. Basically, you can mix all the ingredients together. Put them in your muffin tins. If you are going to do teeny tiny ones like I have, they only take about 12-ish minutes. Everyone's ovens do vary. Mine took 12 minutes, yours may take 15. If you're going to make a cupcake size, I would imagine they'd take about 18 minutes. These giant muffin-sized ones took about 25 minutes. I put some 85% chocolate on top, chunks. Once they'd come out of the oven, these are delicious and they'll travel really well. These are a really nice snack for your kids, actually. Okay, Ben, can I give you that? All right, a couple more things to show you. I'm exhausted. Please, could you pass me, Rafi, the pork rinds? So, one more replacement, guys. And I'm sorry I've been ignoring you all. I've just been on a mission to get all this out. There's more pork rinds there as well. Okay, so another replacement for chips. Pork rinds will become your best friend on keto. These are actually from H-E-B. They're H-E-B's own. They're very plain, they don't taste very much. But we have, because it's how we roll, salt and vinegar seasoning. It's salt and vinegar salt, basically. Again, I did buy it on Amazon. I'm not lying when I tell you I buy everything from Amazon. And I add salt and vinegar seasoning to this. Really good replacement for chips. Pork rinds come in all different brands and flavours. You do need to look out for ingredients because they vary massively. Some have maltodextrin, cornstarch and sugar in. You may as well go and eat some chips. I mean, do not eat those. Yes, they're next. Really good brand to look out for is Epic. They have very simple ingredients. They're very delicious. And I would highly recommend these. There are, of course, other brands that are clean, but many aren't. So turn the packets over, I urge you, because it's such a shame to make a choice to eat low carb and keto and then buy something that's pork rinds and you think, oh, this is fabulous, it's high fat, there's no carb, but you're eating maltodextrin and cornstarch and seed oils. Really bad for you.
These.
Guys, I'm exhausted.
These are my favourite.
The last thing. Okay, so these have nuts in. Sitting on Amazon as you talk. I know. I hope you're writing all this down, guys. I promise I will do a list in my highlights covering all of these. So don't worry if you have forgotten something. And I will get around to doing the recipes of the tuna cutlets, of the chicken tenders, of the chocolate, muffiny things. Okay. Granola.
The peanut butter.
Lolly's low carb granola. I'm new to this. It's a new relationship, me and Lolly.
And me.
It's a love relationship. And Rafi and Ben. Luca probably. Great ingredients, guys. There's 3 flavours here. So if you cannot send nuts to school, these are not for you. If you're an adult watching this, wanting some ideas for breakfast or lunch on the go, this is for you. This granola, cinnamon pecan crunch, gingerbread cookie, and peanut butter macadamia. A 1/4 cup is 3 total grams. I mean, please. It's delicious. You could add that to yogurt.
That's what I do.
That's what Raf does. But you could eat it straight up.
Show the chocolate.
They are delicious. Really delicious.
This is really good.
Okay, Rafi wants to show you chocolate. Chocolate right now is not something, thank you. What brand is it? It's Lollies. I call it Lollies. I don't know if it's Lollies or Lollies.
Here, I'll show.
We'll grab another just to show you the pack. Lollies.
I'll show them.
Rafi, I think that's a bit close, babe.
No, so they can see the brand.
Okay, should we just do it like that? Lollis. Search it up. Lollies.
Low carb granola.
Lollies. Amazing company. Once the summer ends, and truthfully I can't wait, I will be able to put chocolate in my kids' lunches. I am a bit of a chocolate snob, in the same way I am a coffee snob. I like 85% good quality chocolate. I'm not a lover of sugar-free chocolate. The kids like it, and I sometimes bake with it. I prefer real good quality chocolate. These Ghirardelli 86. Individual, bite size, depending on how big your mouth is. Chocolate squares are a great snack. I would imagine one is 4 or 5 total grams. Yeah, it's quite high, but you know, if you can fit it into your day, maybe 4 actually. Hello, you two. I'd highly recommend these. These are really nice. And of course, we have our Old Faithful Lily's chocolate. This is sugar-free. It's no less carb than the 86% chocolate, but if you have a problem with any type of sugar in your diet, I would go for the Lily's. All right, guys, that was... And Choc Zero. Mustn't forget Choc Zero. I mean, there are lots of chocolates out there. It's just what I had in the house. I don't love Choc Zero because it's sweetened with monk fruit, and I don't like it. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Over the next week, I will do my hardest to get all of this onto my highlights. What do you think of papaya? I make a morning shake for a piece of papaya granola. It tastes amazing. I like papaya. I haven't had it in ages because I'm not sure what the carb is in papaya, whether it's sugar or as it was. Thank you, Mel. Great choices. Thank you so much. I will go back and look at all your comments. I really appreciate you joining me. Went to a lot of effort to get all this together, and I'm ready for the kids to go back to school now.
I'm ready.
He's ready, they're ready, I'm ready.
Everyone's ready.
Everyone's ready. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys.
Bye.